Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Fry's Corner Bar.
Yes.
Happy Friday.
Yes, welcome to Fry's Corner Bar.
Hopefully you can hear us. If anyone has any sound issues, please let us know. And if you can hear us, let us know that as well.
Yeah, before we get too far into the show, we've had that problem before.
Let me hide. Go on.
Okay, we're switching it up tonight. I'm going to be your friendly bartender, and Shannon is going to be the chef du jour.
Yes.
So what we're doing tonight is first off, we're starting with a little aperitif and just some sparkling wine, and then just a little bit of berry flavored liqueur. So it's a simple cocktail. You can see it's just really pretty colors.
I have a different one than he does.
She's using cherry herring, and I am using cream de cassis, which is a black currant liqueur. And we're actually using a French sparkling wine. This is from Louis Bolliat from St. George's Vineyard in France, down in the southwestern part of France. It's a super nice sparkling wine. It's not a champagne. It's not from the Champagne region. And this one is about $22 a bottle if you buy it individually. And if you get it 6 or more, I think it's $19.95. I got that at Wines or More. It's 1 ounce of whatever liqueur you'd like. This is blackberry. And then there's cream de cassis. There's cherry. I have raspberry. The only thing I'd mention is if you're going to make this, because one, it's a really light aperitif that's easy to drink, especially if you're going out and you don't want something heavy with like a martini or an old fashioned. It's 1 ounce of the liqueur. Pour it into the bottom of your glass, and then you just gently pour the sparkling wine in there, and then you toast and say, I love you. Cheers.
Happy Valentine's Day,
Happy
everyone.
Valentine's Day. So, you want to
I just want to, so Kevin is here. Hi, Kevin.
I'll be doing some shaking, Kevin.
Yeah. And he says the sound is great.
Thank you.
So Kevin, as always, thanks for showing up, and thank you for the feedback on the sound. So tonight, one of our favorite holiday meals is we both love steak. I love a good steak. So tonight we're gonna have steak, Caesar salad, and just a simple baked potato. It's a very simple meal. And the Caesar salad I'm gonna make is a recipe that Mike's sister Carol always makes. It's a toss in the bowl, kind of the table side version of the Caesar salad. So I'm excited about that. I don't do that version often because so it is one of my favorites. It is a holiday Caesar that we do.
Yes, it is.
Okay, you want to start with your cocktail? You're gonna do the which one?
Yeah, I'm gonna start with what's called the Sour Patch Affair. So these cocktails that I'm making tonight are all based around Valentine's Day, and the other one is a bittersweet romance. So this one here is a shaken cocktail. So what I'm going to do is get out my shaker and forgot what I'm putting in there. This one here. No, actually, yes, this is the one I'm doing. Sorry, this is my first time doing this in a while. So it's 2 ounces of bourbon. I'm making a double because I'm making one for Shannon. And I'm using some Knob Creek. This is a little bit on the higher end. This is 100 proof. And then I'm going to put in 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice, but because I'm making 2 cocktails, I'll put in 1.5 ounces. Wine cruet from the church. Actually, it's not. It's just something we had bought. 3/4 of an ounce of simple syrup, so that would be 1.5 ounces because again, I'm making a double. And simple syrup, as you guys probably know, is 1 part sugar, 1 part water. Bring it to a slow simmer. Dissolve all the sugar, stir it around, make sure everything's dissolved, let it cool, and you have simple syrup. Never buy that simple syrup stuff. And I have 2 egg whites. Dump that right in there. And if you're kind of leery about using raw egg or raw egg whites in a cocktail, you don't have to really worry about that. I've done some research on it. I think Shannon has talked about it a little bit in the past also, that the lemon juice, the citric acid in the lemon juice, as well as the alcohol, would kill any possible bacteria that you may have in there. So always want to add the ice after you've put everything into your shaker. Dump that in, nice. And then shake it till it's cold. It's starting to frost up. Get a little spill there.
Eggs are hot.
Yeah, it's oh yeah, it's definitely frosting up. I think I over frothed it. I'm doing it in this glass here, in my rocks glass. I always chill those first, as Shannon always does. And this is a double strain. This is a fine mesh strainer, so it's actually like 2 strainers, one on top of the other. Whoops, this has to have ice in there.
Did you want the other ice?
Oh yeah, actually I do. I want to use my fancy ice that I made. And all this talking is making me dry. Thank you. This is my fancy ice. It's I use a, what's it called?
Wintersmith.
A Wintersmith. And it's a thing that makes really nice, clear ice. I don't know if you guys can see that. So it's more clear than what you would just get out of, yeah, you can. It's more clear than what you would get out of the freezer, only in the fact that the way that it's all done, so. Okay.
This is kind of a riff on a whiskey sour, and I
Yes,
really
it
like
is.
whiskey
I
sour.
was just going to say that. This is actually a type of whiskey sour that has just a little bit of a variation to it. Alrighty, thank you. Then I'm going to take a little bit of, I have Ramos Pinto. This is a 20-year-old port. My recipe called for a tawny port, a ruby port. This is a tawny. I'm just slowly spooning that over. And I'm using a spoon so that it doesn't just sort of drop down in there. And it gives it a little bit of a, these are supposed to be heart-shaped, but as you can see, I'm not very good at origami.
You know how he goes with the garnish.
Yes, yes. And then we're going to top that with 1 cherry. And again, when you guys are making cocktails at home, use really good ingredients. You know, like on the Kir Royale, you know, you want to use a good, like these are basically all French or Danish liqueurs. Same with like cherries. Don't buy those really cheap orange colored cherries. Get these Luxardos. These are really nice cherries. You pay a little bit more, but they definitely add to the flavor. So it's like a whiskey sour with a little bit of tawny port over there to give it a little bit of Valentine's Day color.
They look delicious. Can we
So,
try them?
No.
No.
Sure.
Enjoy, folks. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Love you.
Love you more.
Happy Valentine's Day. We got a comment here. So since Mike's mixing up over there, we kind of switch things up. So whenever I go off camera.
Yeah, so let me move a few things out of the way.
So Betsy says, hey guys, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, Betsy. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Betsy. Mike.
Okay, is it my turn?
Absolutely.
Well, we're gonna let him clean up because he'll be making noise.
Because I'm noisy.
So I just have to get I'm gonna put this cocktail over here. So I don't make a mess, and I'm gonna grab a couple ingredients out of the refrigerator.
So this is the first time I've made this cocktail, and it was, I don't know, I was gonna say I lost my train of thought. She gave me the eye.
I didn't give you the eye, I was just getting ready to talk about my stuff. I thought you were done talking.
No, go ahead.
Okay, so I am making a classic Caesar salad, and I'm going to switch to this other camera so you can see all the ingredients. So the first thing you want to do with this Caesar salad is you want to wash. Sorry, I'll move over here. You want to wash and chill the lettuce for at least 30 minutes, if not longer. Because you want it nice and crisp. And so I just wash it, and I actually roll them up in, I roll the lettuce up in just towels to dry them, because that's the one thing you want to make sure of, is that your lettuce is really dry, or else it'll make for a very runny dressing. You don't want that extra water in the dressing. So I have this washed and chilled. This is 2 heads of hearts of romaine, washed and chilled. So this recipe is actually a riff on Julia Child's recipe, which is the classic Caesar. And the reason it's named Caesar, it's actually a salad that was invented in Tijuana, Mexico, by a chef, San Diego chef, whose first name was Caesar, in like the 1920s. But it really became popular when Julia Childs published her cookbook in 1975, and that's when the salad became popular. Like throughout the 80s, so many restaurants had this Caesar salad hand tossed at the table side. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, we have a few comments. Let me see. Dave Frizy says, looks delicious. Why don't you stand over there so people can actually see somebody?
Okay. Hi, Cousin Dave. Waiting for that book.
It is very delicious. Jane says, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day, Jane. Mary Sheehan Wynn says, you guys rock. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
Mary.
And Mary Jo says, happy Valentine's Day. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We really are happy that we can make the show interactive with everyone joining us. So I started with my 2 heads of washed and chilled romaine. Then we need 2 medium cloves of garlic. Now, to me, a Caesar, like it's the garlic that really makes a Caesar. So, but it is raw, so it's going to be strong. But I always say you can't err if you have a little, 2 large cloves of garlic. And then we are going to do 1/8 of a tablespoon of dry mustard. Now, if you don't have dry mustard, because you use it very infrequently, you can use a teaspoon of Dijon mustard as a good substitute. 1 can of whole you want to drain all the liquid off artichokes.
No,
anchovies, sorry. And if you would like, you can also use the white anchovies.
Those are much better, I think. I couldn't find them. I was looking around, and I just couldn't find the white.
Yeah.
The good Portuguese white ones.
And then 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce.
Worcestershire.
I can never say that.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. 3/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil.
That'd be 6 ounces.
2 egg yolks, and some people cobble their eggs, but again, yeah, we're not afraid, and I don't take the time to cut it.
We live on the edge.
We live on the edge, and then I'm gonna use the juice of 1 lemon, which is basically about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. 3/4 cup of freshly grated Parmesan. This is key. You really want fresh Parmesan. So you want a freshly grated Parmesan, and then, homemade croutons. Now, these, I will admit, these came from a bag because I wanted to take some of the labor out of this recipe. So these are our ingredients, and now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move my ingredients up here so I can make room for my bowl. Now this bowl, so my sister always made her Caesar salad in a big, huge bowl like this, and I will say, I had bowl envy. I really loved Carol's bowl. So when I was 40, I asked my mother for a big bowl. So this is a red oak bowl made in Vermont, and I love it. But what's nice about this bowl, as you can see, it's a very big bowl. It's great for tossing, so you can really, because this salad really needs a lot of tossing to get everything all mixed in. So the first thing we're gonna do, and I like to use a garlic press. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are gonna take our garlic, and I've already peeled it, and we're gonna just press that garlic into the bowl. And then I'm gonna use a little scraper to get all that garlic goodness off of there. And then you really wanna smash that garlic flavor throughout the bowl. And I really mainly make Caesar salads in this bowl. And one of the things about wooden bowls is you don't want to, you don't really wash them, you kind of rinse them out. So this bowl has been seasoned, so the more it's seasoned, the better it is. So you take your garlic, mash that around, and then we are gonna put in our dry mustard, our
Worcestershire sauce. I like to see
and
that.
our anchovies. And now we are just gonna, it's gonna take a little bit, we're just gonna smash, you really wanna just get everything smashed around. Do you mind getting me a fork, babe? I think a fork might look better than a spatula.
My sister used to use a spoon.
Well, the spatula is kind of the same as a spoon, but
Carol, are you watching? What do we use?
I'll use the
And there's a
spoon.
fork as well. So
Well, the fork might scratch the bowl.
that's probably it.
So I don't want to be scratching this good bowl. So you really want to get these anchovies all macerated.
And what you're doing is basically taking those anchovies and turning them into an anchovy paste. So
And you can always use the anchovy paste, but I find the fresh anchovies are better. And
go for the white ones.
and the other thing is you just really want to get everything mixed up well. If this is too much for one recipe, you can take this recipe and put it in a container and use an immersion blender and immerse everything and then just use it as a dressing. But there's something about
Yeah, but if you do that, you're probably going to coddle the egg first just to make sure that there's no bacteria with that egg.
if you're going to store it in the fridge.
Yeah, if you're going to store it longer than a day or so. But
Okay, I think that's pretty good.
no, it looks good. It looks like a nice anchovy paste with a bunch of other stuff.
Yes, doesn't that look nice and dark and delicious?
To me, the best part of the Caesar salad is fresh, really cold romaine lettuce and anchovies. I love anchovies like that.
And we're using the hearts, and the recipe, kind of called for the hearts, but I actually like the big old, the big, fresh romaine with the really dark leaves. I think that adds a nice flavor to it as well. Okay, so now that we have done that, now we're gonna add the lettuce to the bowl. Now, one of my pet peeves is when you get a salad and you can't eat it because there are so many, the chunks are just too big, right? So I like to, and you always wanna hand tear your lettuce, you don't wanna use a knife. If you use a knife, that's what causes the rust on the lettuce, so you wanna hand tear it, and you wanna make sure that they're in nice bite-sized pieces, and I don't put the ends in, I leave those out. But we're just gonna tear this lettuce up into nice, bite-sized pieces.
Mhm.
What are you doing? Oh, Mike's gonna,
Lettuce bites.
Mike's gonna do his walrus impression. So, didn't tear my bottoms off. Didn't tear my bottoms off.
Are you tearing their bottoms off, Shirley?
I gotta hurry up here.
Yeah, let's move it along, young lady.
I know, I should have you helping me.
Yeah.
You don't wanna be tearing up lettuce?
What's nice about being a bartender, you don't have nearly as much cleaning to do. When you're the chef du jour, it's not only all the prep work,
Oh,
it's all the cooking, and
That's
it's
what
all the cleaning.
that's what he thinks, just
You should
wait.
see all the stuff in the
Just-
sink.
Just wait until he
So I'm
starts
gonna be
cleaning
out
up.
in the party shade after my 5-minute cleanup.
No.
Oh yeah. Just stop on by, because that's where I'll be, knock on the door, and then I'll let you in. So 3 knocks and then 2 knocks.
Our secret,
Oh my gosh, we had a good party last Friday.
okay. Now, we got a couple comments. Before I toss, can you remove that? And before I toss, I'm gonna read comments. So, let's see. Dave Frizzy says, now that's a bowl. I agree.
We should get your brother Tom to make one.
Jane Shoei says, I might have bowl envy. Well, I absolutely had bowl envy for a long time. And then Mary says, Don washes my cast iron pan with dish soap. Oh my goodness. Tijuana, I swear I feel Roman whenever I order one. Yeah, exactly. That's like the big, what are those big, misnomers. Now we are gonna toss
Toss it this way.
this, we're gonna gently toss it. And you wanna make sure you get down on the bottom, get everything out. I mean, a lot of times, I will say, I toss this by hand. I feel like make sure you get everything in there when you toss it by hand. I didn't want to do that on the show. Exactly. So we're gonna. Jeff, toss this. Are you drinking my mic?
No, it was just gentleman.
What's wrong with it?
Nothing. I was just gentleman.
He's messing with my cocktail. People should know better than to have, mess with my cocktails. Should know better than that. Okay, so now that looks good. Now once you toss that, the lettuce in the bowl, now we're gonna add our 3/4 cup of olive oil. And we're gonna put the egg yolk in.
So many ditties.
And then the juice of 1 lemon. I'm gonna use my citrus spreads here, and I'm gonna put it right over those eggs. Because as Mike mentioned, the citrus is gonna kill any bacteria in those eggs. You might get the chilled plates out of the freezer or on the bottom shelf. And then we're gonna gently toss all this. Probably use a little more lettuce in this bowl.
Oh boy.
I know. we can adjust the recipe for 3. Normally I make this like with the big heads of the. Okay, so we're gonna jump toss this, and then we're gonna add our 3/4 cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese.
And this is a good quality Parmesan, like
We're gonna toss in.
Reggio Parmesan. What is it? I get it. I always get it backwards.
I have no idea, but make sure it's Parmesan and not one of those other.
Reggiano Parmesan, I think it is. Italy.
Yes, look at that. Needs more lettuce. And then I'm going to add my croutons. And toss again. And then I'm gonna plate this. So while I plate this, I'm gonna finish tossing. I'm gonna turn this camera off.
Okay.
And Mike can get back to his second cocktail.
Bittersweet romance. We've all had that, haven't we? We've all had a bittersweet romance. So this is basically a Boulevardier with some strawberries added into it. So first thing I'm going to do is I cut up and quartered some strawberries. I got these at Roach Brothers here in town, and it's an awful lot. I hope it all fits in here. Hope this all fits. This is a small glass for what I need. And then we're going to add in our Campari. This is a 1-1-1 drink. So it's 1 ounce of bourbon, 1 ounce of Campari, 1 ounce of sweet vermouth. So since I am making 2 cocktails, so it's going to be a 2-2-2 drink. So we first take 2 ounces of our sweet vermouth. And again, buy something good when you buy your liqueur or your liquors. And then I'm going to muddle that. And muddling is not just like beating the hell out of it. It's just sort of like you're just wanting to release the flavors and some of the juices. I'm feeling a little woozy from that cocktail. A little dizzy there. I had a really light lunch, and then I had a really long workout today, and then I had a bunch of other stuff I was doing. So that Sour Patch affair kind of kicked in. So I'm not, like, as you can see, I'm not beating this to death. I'm just basically sort of pushing it down, rubbing it. And I will strain this all out so this doesn't go into the cocktail itself. And then from here, we're going to add in 2 ounces of Campari, because I'm making a double. It's twice as much. And then there's a bottle shortage on imported liqueurs. I was just watching something today, and they were talking about that, how it's becoming difficult to find certain liquors and liqueurs that are imported. So,
Well, I think I said that. If you've been a loyal follower, you knew that a few months ago, and hopefully you stocked up.
yes, that's exactly right. So I am using a little higher proof bourbon on this. So I'm gonna have to add just a touch more on that because I shorted it. So I'm actually using a Redemption High Rye bourbon. This is 105 proof. This is not probably something you may want to use. And from here, we're going to add in the ice. And remember, and I know Shannon has covered this multiple times, you always put everything into your mixing glass, then add the ice, and then, where'd my stir? Here it is. Take your spoon, grip it. The back of the spoon goes up against the glass, and you're chilling everything down.
Can I put a couple of these comments up?
Oh, you can do whatever you want. You guys don't need to watch me stir, do you?
Okay,
Okay.
Marianne says you're getting echoey. Sorry about that. We used a different microphone this time because we had issues with the other one. I think there's some firewall issues on my computer. Outstanding show, go Rams. Yeah, we're not sports people, or else we probably would have been doing a Super Bowl show and going over everything you can serve at a Super Bowl.
Yeah, we don't watch the Super Series. Is that what it's called?
And then Mary Sheehan Wynn says Parmesan
Reggiano.
is the best for cheese addicts.
Here it is.
Yeah.
So this is a double strain.
Because it has all that
Strawberry stuff.
strawberry stuff. Typically, you wouldn't double strain a stirred cocktail.
No, you wouldn't. But we don't want all the, well, you might, but I don't.
That looks really good. Looks.
It will be good because I am making it.
I don't know how the garnish will look. There's your orange garnish.
There is no garnish for
There
this.
is. There's an orange swab.
Yeah, well,
Cheers.
we didn't get an orange garnish. Blame it on COVID. It's actually on a shipping container somewhere. I don't know.
So I hope everybody has some good Valentine's Day plans. We tend not to go out on Valentine's Day. We always just kind of hang in and do our own little thing.
And I'll tell you why. Why I don't like to go out on Valentine's. First off, it's a made-up holiday. And second, you just don't get good service. And, you know, it's just not, you know, and if you go out tonight or tomorrow, it'd be one thing. But I find on Valentine's Day, it's always just, I don't know, hit or miss in terms of stuff like that. Plus, it's all,
Go to the side, it'll come out.
and it's on Monday. Shannon has to work, and there's no way she's gonna want to go out on Monday night. So
No.
the reason this is taking so long is I have a lot of pulp that is building up in here.
Okay,
So
let's try that thing, and then we say.
well, look at that. That thing is perfectly poured, and here is your bittersweet romance. We've all had bittersweet romances. Honestly, we have. And don't say you haven't, because you know you have.
We have one every day.
Oh, hell yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Love you, babe.
More.
So Dave Pricey says, "Oh, that's really tasty."
That is good. So this is basically a Boulevardier
Yeah,
with-
Mike, super serious. Sorry, I hate
with some strawberries added into it, just to give it a little bit of sweetness. And if you like Boulevardiers, I think you'll like this cocktail.
Yeah.
It's
It's really good. Well, you know, it's not it. The strawberries, I think, take some of the bitterness away.
yeah, okay,
It's really good.
good. There's still a little bit left in there, maybe, but
Okay.
well, everybody,
Thank
that's
you
all
for
that we
joining
have.
us.
We've gone our 30 minutes.
Happy
and,
Valentine's Day, and we're not sure when we're going to do the next show. We said we're going to do one a month. This was our February show. We may show up at the end, but we'll see.
Yeah, or at least we'll probably do what's the holiday in March?
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day, because I got a cool shirt I want to wear.
So.
So
Oh, I forgot. I'm not going to go over the steak stuff. I was going to talk.
no,
about
go ahead, do it.
No,
It's important.
No.
Yeah, you got it all out. Let's do it.
Ah,
It'll take a minute. You guys want to see the steak stuff?
it'll take 1 second. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about prepping your steaks before you grill them, because that is actually the most important thing in making a good steak. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure you let them sit out at room temperature. You want to make sure they sit out at room temperature, so that they're a consistent temperature. Because if you cook them when they're cold, the inside is not going to cook as much. You can see here, I selected 2 different steaks. This one is nicely marbled. You really want to get a steak that's well marbled. So this steak, you know, is going to be more flavorful than this steak here. It's going to be, they're all both going to be good, but the next thing you want to do is once you get them to room temperature and right before you put them on the grill, is you take, I always take a paper towel and you want to get every piece of juice off that steak.
It's not pieces, but it's all the moisture.
You want to get that moisture off because it's going to prevent it from getting a good sear if it's wet.
Yeah.
And then you also do not want to season. All we do on our steaks is salt and pepper. And I actually like to use pink Himalayan salt because I find the finer salt dissolves faster and gets in, but you have to be careful because you don't want to over-salt it. And then, you know, put your coarse pepper on it. And then, you know, just make sure we're going to do these inside on our griddle. You just want to make sure the griddle is nice and hot. And you just want to sear both sides and then flip them over and cook them.
Can I throw one thing in there?
Absolutely.
The one thing you always want to be careful of is if you go to like I went to Roach Brothers, it's a market here in Marshall, is that when you say, yeah, I want that steak and this steak, and the guy lays them out there to weigh them, make sure that they're the same thickness, because sometimes you'll get one that's 7/16 and the other is 5/8 or 3/4 and something of that nature. You want them to be equal so that when you cook them, they both are done at the same time. And that is the one thing I find is a lot of butcher shops, they don't consistently cut the steaks in terms of 1 inch or 1.5 or 7, 3/4 or something. So
We have a couple more comments and we do need
well,
to
let's
say goodbye.
get them.
Okay, so Betty Brown says, put some whipped cream on the strawberry left. Absolutely, I love whipped cream and strawberries. Stephen Quinn says, cheers.
Cheers, Stephen and Anne-Marie.
And Mary Jo says, I think I'll make that cocktail on Valentine's Day and the Caesar salad too. Well, good. Thank you.
Glad.
Let us know how you like it. So now for real, the show is over.
We are done because I want to eat my salad and we want to get these steaks cooking.
So thank you very much for joining us and we'll see you next time.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.